back to the show, everyone. Happy Thursday again. If you didn't catch the pre-pump stream, well, it was a thing, and now you're watching this, so you could watch that later. You could watch them in order. You could watch them out of order. They don't really go together. I just wanted to stream for about 30, 40 minutes this morning. Talk about some fun stuff and everything else as well. But now we got the coffee of crypto back on the show. I don't remember the last time it's been other than the conference. I'll talk to him. I'll ask him in a minute. But welcome back to the show. Crypto Coffee. How's it going, sir?
Good to be here. Thanks for having me back, RHMax. I'm streaming this on my channel too, so wherever you're watching, this is RHMax. If you're on my channel, you've probably seen him before.
I've started enabling that. That's true. I was kind of, I don't know. In the beginning, I was always like, I don't know. We'll see. I started doing it for the conference, and then Dipcatcher won yesterday for the debate, and then yeah, it could be a good idea from time to time. I'm still a little skeptical. I have some feelings about it as well, but anyways, doesn't matter because Crypto Coffee is making this shit happen. How you doing, man? You're drinking tea today, by the way. Crypto Coffee.
Are you sacrilegious? You know, it's
crushing dreams. You're right here crushing
everybody.
Dreams.
Yeah. Look, I'm trying to limit my caffeine. Really, it's just anxiety juice. I think 1 in the morning is good enough, and then there's diminishing returns. You think you're being more productive, but you're just like spinning your wheels.
Funny enough, I've been doing 1 in the morning and trying to wait an hour after waking up. I feel like that's the general like best effect advice that I've heard so far. But then it has a little bit of effect. But then I think the one after that, funny enough, it's like I'm like priming myself. Like I'm priming myself with the first one, and then the next one is like, let's fucking go. Like it's like, all right, I got some energy after that. But yeah, I still drink it throughout the day.
You probably need more. Yeah.
There is probably a weight component to it as well with everything else, and metabolism probably in there as well. But yeah, man, are you pumped? Is it the bull market? I was saying like 30 minutes ago, I'm like, what fucking market is it right now? It's pretty crazy.
So far, it's been kangaroo market. I hear it's just bouncing around, chaotic. Last year we had a little bit of a fake bull, I guess you could say. I mean, Bitcoin pumped and everything else pumped, but then it dumped right back down, and it's all going sideways until last week we had a 50% ETH candle and a 60% to 70% candle in all the core coins. I don't know, like I was saying in the green room, I'm nervous to say we're so back. I know everybody's probably got a little PTSD, doesn't want to be overly bullish, but like every single sign is lining up perfectly. Just today, the PMI index came in lower than expected. The CPI inflation, lower than expected. Real inflation is probably below 2% if you go to trueflation.com. Trade deals are happening. Saudi Arabia is investing $1 trillion into the USA. Trump is trying to make things happen. Seems like it's really all was just short term. Seems like, tariffs aren't permanent. I don't think it's in any party's best interest for them to be permanent. Maybe this is the part where we get tired of winning. I hope. We'll see.
Oh man, I mean, I think Richard's video got a lot of people pumped up too. I mean, just the mention of him saying the words "God candle," that's pretty powerful, man. Like you don't hear that every day. We hear it like once a year lately. Unintended.
Well, look, with the low liquidity, PulseChain really can pump harder than almost any other coin. It's really hard to pump Solana versus PulseChain. It takes a lot more money. PLS only has, I don't know, what, $5 to $6 million of stablecoins backing it. Like, that's not that much as the core highest liquidity coin on the whole chain. Let me make sure that info is right. 2.5, 3.5, 4, yeah, about $5 million in buy-side stablecoin liquidity backing the whole chain, essentially. Pretty crazy. And then everything else is backed by PLS. So when PLS pumps, everything else pumps, which is why we've got meme coins and stuff. And that's just for funsies. We're going to see how high we can pump those, see if we have any tricks we could pull out of our top hat. But, the core coins.
Let's see what you did there.
Yeah. You never know. You got the core coins, you got Most, you got Top Hat, you got the new Teddy. That's kind of all. Is this your portfolio? Or
No, this is on Lightbeam, just lightbeam.xyz/tokens, Gerardo's new Block Explorer deal. It's pretty cool, right?
So what is it? So volume. So it's sorted by volume. Shout out to Gerardo.
Yeah, volume, like liquidity, dominance. Dominance is one a lot of people like as well. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the core coins make up like 75% of the whole dominance. Even Ink is Ink is only 0.5. Interesting.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. I was like,
A little higher.
yeah, I mean, maybe it's just the market. I think it's not volume. It's not liquidity. So, yeah.
Your sound is not coming through very well. Are you blocking the mic?
I might have been with my hand. How about that? How's this?
I'm getting like, it sounds like you're underwater, but that could just be my shitty headphones. Oh wait, no, I think you're back. That sound, yep, you sound normal now.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, sorry, I get latency sometimes. I was saying, I think market cap, the dominance is market cap. Correct me if I'm wrong as well, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's anything else. I mean, it can't be volume, can't be liquidity, so it's got to be market cap.
Yeah, but I thought Ink was like one of the most highly liquid coins. It's got $5 million tied to Pulse.
That's what I'm saying. Its dominance is on market cap, not the liquidity, not the volume, because those are way up, definitely.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense then. There's just not that many Ink coins out there. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like the leader. I guess it's kind of being like, Bitcoin dominance and, stuff like that versus, Ethereum and everything else.
Very cool.
But yeah, you got a few different things out here. Go ahead.
Lightbeam.xyz. Rich in the chat wants to know the website. Lightbeam.xyz.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to add like a token adder. Like what Lightbeam.xyz used to be was you type your address in and it finds all your tokens and adds them to MetaMask, so you don't have to do it manually.
Yeah.
I hope he keeps that feature and I hope he puts it back in. I think he's going to.
Interesting. Yeah, I remember it being something different, and then now I don't see a button for that. I see a portfolio button, which I haven't played with it much on that side. Oh, it's got a hex mode. Cool. I didn't see this yet. It's got a hex mode to like go into different hex stats with your portfolio too, if you connect your wallet and all that stuff. Nice.
Shout out Gerardo.
Gerardo, he built a lot of stuff. I was actually talking to Jim Rat the other day, and catching him up on the different stuff in the community that's been built. And one of the things was Lightbeam, and talking about Go Roll DeFi and PulseChain.com. I think you made us all that, but also all the stuff Gerardo's built. PLS Whispers. There's actually, let me just go to, because it's very hard for me to find his Gerardo dog. He's like the hardest one to spell in the moment. I'm like, how do I spell Gerardo dog? But of course, Mentra.
RAR.
Yeah. You got to put the R somewhere. The W's there. You got to look into Hex, which is a new, and he's did like a new version of it as well. Beautiful, beautiful charts. Always love seeing that. And here we can see liquidity. For Hex, we got are we on EHEX? EHEX and PX. And yeah, all the different liquidity pools and DEXs that support it, all that stuff too. Pretty interesting. So yeah, Gerardo built a lot of cool stuff. I like it.
Lots of people building awesome stuff. Now it's time to just tell the world about it. We're going to see new people coming back like we already did. Look, we had like this 50% pump, 60% PulseChain pump was nice. But in crypto, it's not like revolutionary to have those kinds of weeks. And even this little 60% week brought in some new faces online, some new people saying, hey, I just bought Hex for the first time. Some Bitcoin guys talking about PulseChain and Richard Hart. Some strategic Ethereum reserve guys talking about adding Richard Hart to a list.
A good list.
We're on a lot of lists.
We're on a lot of lists, but this will be a good list. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just talking about the pump for a minute. We'll get to the strategic reserve. I think that's really fascinating too. But the pumps, man, 4-hour chart on since May 6th. So one of the greatest couple weeks. We're going about a couple weeks now, but like a week and a half, 10 days on PulseChain. Look at that. Hex was sitting like a half a penny, and I think did we touch a penny? Got super, super close. Very, very close. Those green candles, man, those are a lot of fun. I like it a lot. We got a long way to go, but boy, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it'll feel nice to be above a penny again. We've been down in the dumps for, a long time with Hex. A long time. I mean, I don't think we haven't really spent much time above sacrifice rates for PulseChain either. We had a few good months in March of last year. Yeah, that was about it.
We gotta stop talking about cents, man, or sub penny cents. I want to start talking about dollars. Like when dollars, Hex. Like I want to be like, and Hex just went to $3. Look at this. Everyone's waiting on it. You know, we got like 6 months from now. You know, whenever it happens, look at that. Look, can Hex hit $3? Look at that. Like I want to have that conversation. These penny stuff. Like, come on.
You and me both, dude.
We'll get there. I mean, we hope we get there. Not financial advice, but there's a lot of people fully aligned to get there. And yeah, you mentioned the strategic reserve. This is something that tweeted. I mean, the guy did say like next week. Basically, there's a website. What is it? Strategic. I need to go to the thing. ETH reserve. Please. I thought I went to this before. I'll pull it up here in a second. But the guy was like, okay, next week, a lot of people, Hexagon or the PulseChain army, got on there and started making it happen. And it's a list of all the people who have all this different ETH. And we definitely want to be on that list. What kind of crazy marketing you think that'll be when people start seeing, again, assuming it happened, I'm still a little skeptical. I'm still like, I already said
I'm
next
skeptical
week.
too, because who actually is in charge of adding these to the list? Doesn't this list signify that you're committed to not selling this ETH? Isn't that what strategic reserve means? And I don't know if we even want that.
I don't know if it signifies that. I would say it is. I think the biggest problem it would come across is somebody's going to be like, Richard's a scammer. Don't do it. Don't give them attention. And he's not going to do it. I feel like that's the most likely scenario if it doesn't happen. But I don't think there's any commitment from it. I guess that's unless there's something that says that on the website. I don't remember thinking that though. But having PulseChain right here, having 100K less ETH than Ethereum and way above Coinbase, that's kind of crazy, man. Like that's I don't know. I feel like if that happens and they act in good faith and actually add it on there, I don't think there's any commitments for us or the SAC wallet for that. I think it's just like there's a ton of ETH in this wallet and people should know about it. That's the way I was looking at it, at least.
Yeah, I just don't understand completely what the criteria are for being. I mean, the strategic ETH reserve isn't an official thing. These are just entities holding ETH in their treasury.
Yeah.
Coinbase probably has a lot more ETH than that. You know.
Well, for customers, this is like their own thing. But I think for customers, there's like a million or more. I think it's what maybe somebody said, something like that.
Yeah.
Latest entities joining this. I mean, there's even Bankless. Is it funny that Bankless has Richard has SAC wallet has 100,000 more. Is that 100,000? Would that be 100,000 more? Anyways, 10x, 100x more than Bankless, than all these other protocols. Even number 4, even Gnosis DAO. I mean, anyways, I just think it'd be incredible for people to actually understand the story of what's going on PulseChain and seeing that on the top one, and they can click on it, dig into it. Again, if it's going to happen, I don't know. I'm always, I'm like a little bit of red candle syndrome of like, okay, here's another opportunity to be gatekept. I keep like anticipating that too, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think that'll be really cool though. Like imagine being able to send people to ETH strategic reserve, that XYZ, to be like, look at PulseChain. PulseChain's got a ton of ETH on there. Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? That'd be cool.
It's just advertising at this point. But it would be nice to get some respect from the OG ETH people that seem to not ever want to talk about us. We've done a lot of marketing for Ethereum as well. Like we don't only talk about PulseChain, we talk about ETH too, and we onboard people through Ethereum. So it's like, in order to get to PulseChain, a lot of people bought up ETH first. I think it's been a symbiotic relationship for both Ethereum and PulseChain.
And free marketing is even better than paid marketing, you could say. Like marketing based on merit, make it marketing based on, hey, this is literally a thing people should see, instead of like, even paying for it.
Yeah, a lot of paid marketing, and in my experience in crypto and stuff, paid ads, they don't really get you a lot. I mean, we're not luring people into margin trading or casinos or anything. So like to just take out an ad for Hex or PulseChain, like you don't really get a lot of conversions. A lot of like the deck screener ads, I'm pretty skeptical that they even really work.
Yeah, it's I mean, especially, before we had Hex APY numbers to shield and stuff too, but now it's like the thing went up to 10,000x. We wanted to do it again. it's really cool. And, you know, it'll be interesting how the Hex, you know, again, green candles make this so much easier. If you can tell somebody this thing just went up 10x, you know, that's a lot. Even if you don't have
Might
APY,
do 10 more.
Yeah, it might do 10 more, right? What if it does 20x? What if it does 50x? Oh, now the target's $1. Now the target's $2, like all that stuff. A lot of amazing stuff though, man. Have you been seeing these 555s just floating around? Like,
I have.
what's going on?
I have. Well, people that are in tune with the ecosystem understand that the number 5555 for people that are new is the maximum number of days that you can stake in Hex, which equates to about 15.2 years. These whales are probably just doing it as a fun little symbolic gesture. Probably, I like to say that it's not always Richard. Like, if you look at some of the other coins this wallet was holding, they're like totally, this guy's holding $1 million of like some random shit coins. And like, I just don't believe that Richard buys random shit coins to obfuscate his wallets. And there's some people that think every big buy is Richard. There's a lot more rich people out there than the ones that you see publicly. You know, for the most part, rich people tend to want their privacy. At least the ones that I know, right? So there's a lot of money floating around out there. It really goes to the whole abundance mindset thing. We just got to go get it because it's already wanting to go invest. So if you can get to their ears, I mean, who knows? This guy probably, he seems like a crypto native because he's already had a bag of other coins. Wallet was funded by PoloniX, being used for validators, Abyss Finance. Likes to trade random stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people like this, that this is hopefully just one of many future whales aping in.
Hasn't deployed the ETH yet, but owns all cores and most. Has $2 million worth on PulseChain. I mean, it just really feels like people are loading up. They're like, hey, look, we're ready. Like, it is kind of like the bags pack kind of. It has that feeling, like not just for us watching it, but like literally whales coming in here, bridging coins over. It looks like they're packing their bags, man. Like. What is it? Just too obvious? I don't know. Like, are we just like literally so skeptical and it's too obvious where it's just like it's hard to be happy about this?
Well, Johnny Chaos in the chat said it's called disbelief phase for a reason. You know, this is I'm definitely in disbelief. You know, because I don't want to get like start shouting from the mountaintops about how great everything is. But I think we might be out of the woods. Like, just look at the macro. This entire time we were really just suppressed by greater forces. It's like, oh no, people are dumping. Yeah, but they're dumping most other altcoins too. Like, the only money that's here is sloshing around in the altcoin, the meme coin casino, really. And you haven't had a whole lot of fresh new money since like January 2024, maybe a little spike back then. And people have been scared and uncertain and risk off. And that's going to change eventually.
And just to show people too, I mean, this is the transaction. If you're following Whale Pulse, you know, you can see these from time to time come across. If you click on the transaction here, you can look at it. And then really handy at the bottom here, show portfolio on HexScout, show portfolio, Friend Cabal, Pulsefolio, Pulse Watch, Block Scout, like all these different community ran stuff as well. For example, we click on Pulsefolio, we can see the different, to $2 million on PulseChain. You got the wrapped ETH, 572 wrapped ETH. You got the Pulse, 5 billion Pulse, 5 billion PulseX, 12 million Hex, 15K Inc.
Jeez,
so
that's a bag, dude. Holy shit.
I mean, you got most Celdex, PDI, WPTC, all these different coins as well. That's, I mean, just being able to see the players coming in, man. It's, I don't know. I feel like somebody's packing the bags, if not everyone.
Yeah, and how awesome is it? All these portfolio trackers like Pulsefolio, Pulse Watch, Friend Cabal, like everybody in response to the D-Bank situation just went ahead and made their own. And we've got 3 more blockchain explorers other than the original 2. So we've got all the infrastructure. It's only going to get better and iterated and improve. And it's time to do the marketing, time to have fun with it.
Well, somebody mentioned the Godwell earlier as well. And if you just go to HexScout/portfolio, if you don't have your wallet, if your wallet doesn't pop up or not attached or whatever, got in here example portfolios. You got a few different ones. Click on the Godwell. I think this is just one of them. I'm not sure if it's aggregated or one of them actually. I think it's just one of them, but don't quote me on it. Anyways, a ton of Hex, $61 million, $10 billion Hex, just a cool 10 billion, 25 million in PulseX, 20 million in Pulse. These are shown to have a lot of benevolent moves in the past. God Candle, a lot of amazing stuff. Godwell, we've seen a little bit rumbling here and there. But we hope Godwell comes back and gives us some more amazing green ups. But boy, we got a ton of actors in the ecosystem that are just. It's just again, like everyone's kind of like, okay, is it time yet? Is it time yet? When this thing pops off, I don't think anyone's going to be able to. You're just not going to be prepared.
10 billion Hex. That's going to be hard to exit, even with 10 times higher liquidity. Like it's going to be, yeah.
Well, the dude is illiquid. 14.1 year duration, at least for this wallet. True. So he doesn't care about exiting anytime soon. He wants the number to go up, I imagine, and then exit, later, maybe the next 15 years or so.
All it would really take for people like Godwell and even maybe Richard Hart to be some of the richest men in the world would be for Hex to be globally recognized and legitimized enough that you could take out a real world loan against it. And it just needs to permeate through crypto culture and mainstream culture, no matter if that's, again, like 5 years or 10 years. But you might not ever have to actually sell, if you have this much of a bag.
It's almost one of those. Yeah, sorry, I clicked the wrong button.
You're back.
Yeah, I clicked stop came instead of mute. Yeah, it's almost like people are not worried about exiting anytime soon that have a lot of money and they want to see the ecosystem grow perhaps. And they don't need the money right now and they're willing to wait and they're willing to do all these things to how you grow wealth. Now, a lot of people have success here. There's it almost freaked me out because I don't have super chats, but I see you're streaming. So there's one from Hex Monkey here. So much awesomeness on PulseChain. It's actually crazy. Core coins, neat alts, PulseX 9-inch, 2 bucks, 9mm actuator. It's a long list, man. Hocus Pocus, anti-gravity, steakhouse, ink printer, just scratching the surface. That's what people forget. Like we have the products. We have the forks. We have the new products. We have the people. We have the builders. We have the creators. We have the streamers. We have through the entire bear market. I mean, some people have came and went. And we have new people, and we've been continuing onboarding and stuff like that too. Even with the uphill battles we faced, and none of it matters. Like we're going to win, right? Like everyone here is going, like they want to win. They are aligned to make sure this place is the best place it could possibly be. And there's just, man, how can you say? I mean, even when there's a drama that comes up from time to time, I've been using the block button a lot more liberally lately, just to have a little bit more peace too. It's just one of those things. Like you can't underestimate. Like you can't imagine, you can't underestimate, you can't really fathom the spirit of this ecosystem. And for people to doubt it and just dismiss it, I don't know. It just seems like a bad idea to me.
I'm not going to bet against the PulseChain ecosystem like ever. I think some people are. They really still want it to be a scam because of Richard Hart twerking in a Gucci suit one time. I guess that really, really triggered people. I mean, there's probably people in PulseChain that also don't believe in it. If it's your first cycle, all that really matters is that this captures enough attention to survive past, one cycle. And I think we've hit that critical mass a long time ago. Not in terms of the marketing, yeah, but also look at everything we've built. And you look at other communities, they require like venture capital money to like go build an Aave fork that nobody ever uses on like HBAR, for example. And it's like we've got people just building stuff out of their own free will and good intentions, because people on PulseChain understand that if they build it, like I don't know why this is hard for people to get, but like pumping your own bags is something that anybody can do, whether it's building or marketing. But a lot of people go around looking for like, hey, can you pay me to do this? It's like we could all pay ourselves if we pump our own bags by adding more value to those core bags. So the PulseChain team is well aware of this, and I think that's just why we get the most engagement out of any other community organically.
Yeah, it is so weird. I mean, every time I get the sponsorship emails, I'm sure you get them too, or DMs or otherwise, of like, hey, we'd like to sponsor your channel. We'd like to do this thing. We'd like this partnership. We'd like to do this thing. I don't know. It's always, I'm always in this, and I think me more than a lot of others too in this zone because I don't monetize and blah, blah, blah. But like, I'm always in this, like, I don't even think of that in that direction. I'm always just like, we have all we need. We have all the creators. We have all the streamers. We have all the people building content. We have all the builders. Like, I don't like, again, is it nice to would it be effective if we had more cross promotion and chains and stuff like that. But like as far as like, hey, we need to go out and pay people. If the community gets together and makes some funds to go out and support other streamers outside our community, do that. I'm like, it's not like it wouldn't be effective, but at the same time, it's this ground up approach, this like grassroots thing that's just so deeply ingrained in us. It's almost like, you know, this urge to be like, we can do it, which is probably the correct urge in most cases.
Yeah, it's a self-efficacy, that internal locus of control, where a lot of people want other people to do stuff for them. But most of us in PulseChain and Hex have contributed something, even if it's just like being a reply guy on Twitter. Like everyone's kind of doing their part. Oh, we're going to talk about the bet?
I mean, you tweeted it, man. It got my attention. The guy's offering $1 million actual dollars to anyone willing to bait Richard Hart. What is going on with this?
I don't even fully know. Personally, I just thought it was a good marketing stunt. I think he's trying to get famous people to do a debate with Richard. That would probably be the only way that it'd be worth it for this $1 million prize, which they might not even win. I mean, that's another question. Who's going to dictate the winner of the debate? Like who's refereeing? Who's the arbiter of that?
Is it for winning? Is that the stipulation, or is it just taking it?
Again, I have no idea. But if you know any famous people, if you know Joe Rogan, if you know Lex Friedman, this is one of those kind of financial incentives, I would say.
Rule set, metrics, TBD, negotiable. Okay, so I don't even know if you need to win. If you're just maybe if you're like you're famous enough and you just do it, you get $1 million. I don't know.
UFO says I'd rather watch BitBoy in a boxing match. Yeah, it's funny.
Well, I mean, it would be funny if BitBoy accepted the challenge. He's like, you know, I'll debate Richard. That would be probably entertaining if BitBoy versus Richard. Yeah, I know they get along a lot, but that would be pretty fun. Come on, you get excited for a 4-hour debate with Richard with anyone at this point, right? Like it would be, I mean, anyone famous.
Yeah, no, anyone at all. It would just be nice to see him on a live stream again. That was a great video. I'm sure his lawyers are probably saying the Interpol thing still needs to get cleared up, but a pre-recorded video, I'll take it.
It's pretty amazing. So we got that going on. I know there's been a lot of different marketing efforts and pieces going around the community. We got the best. I mean, I feel like I'm channeling Richard's voice right now. We got the best stats. We got the best metrics. We got the best. We got the best streamers. We got the. I mean, again, just look at Lightbeam, and just how just keep going back to Lightbeam. I really like it. I really like the way they present the prices and stuff here too. I feel like, man, this is like a really good. Got the transaction pieces. I know GoPull still has a lot of different metrics on the bridge and all that stuff too. A ton of really good information there as well. But I really like exploring these new sites to see, will they have a lot of this stuff in the future too? And what happens if I click on PulseX? Does it give me the, is it doing dex screener or is it giving me something else? I wonder. Counting ones and zeros. I like it. Invalid token address. Let me try ink. Casting crypto spells. It says a different thing each time. I like that.
That's good attention to detail there.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if you click on the so it goes to the coin. Oh, that's pretty cool. It gives you the top holders as well through here, and you got liquidity. I got the different pair. This is super good for information. You look at the contract information, transfers. Okay. Nice. And I think on the Hex one, actually, I'll just click on this one for a minute. We'll go on. But listening to the sweet hum of validators. Shout out to validators. Shout out to PulseChain validators out there. Oh, Gerardo's watching. He said, oops, let me fix. Yeah, on the PulseX.
We're doing some live QA for Gerardo here.
Live. Yeah. On the Hex one, I thought it also showed, maybe I'm mistaken. I thought it showed the different staking stats and stuff too or something. I can't remember. I thought I saw something, but 366K holders. Okay. Pretty nice. Oh, bridge. Okay. I haven't even clicked on bridge yet. Let's take a look at the bridge here. I really like have you seen the Arkham? I'll show you the Arkham side if you haven't seen it in a minute too for the bridge. It's pretty cool. But
I have not.
Okay. I'll show you that. I think you'll like it too. But yeah, it shows the holding Hex 23 million. Wow. Hex value just surpassed the DAI value on the bridge. It looks like 26% versus 24. Still got a ton of DAI though. 22 million DAI. 15 million USDC, 5 million USDT, and then some a little bit of wrapped ETH, a few other things as well. Bridged over. What are we at? What's the total? 91 million on the bridge. Okay. And of that, what we got? 22 plus 15 plus 5. So 42, 43, 45 million stable coins on the bridge. When stablecoin go up, you know what? The bridge value, if we wake up one day and the bridge value is like over $1 billion, do you think it's going to be because a ton of stablecoins are going to be on there backing things, or you think it'll be because Hex just did a tremendous run up? Like, how do you think the bridge is going to change over time?
It's going to be a mixture of both. We're already in one of the top spots. If we go to DeFi Llama, let me check. We already have a lot of stablecoins relative to other chains. Obviously not as much as the top 5, but like, let me take a look. Chains. PulseChain's at 27. If you organize by, oh damn, they reorganized DeFi Llama. Let's see, compare chains. Like OP main Optimism has, you know what? Doing live analysis right now, it might be going a little slow. I've got to remember where all these things are. But yeah, it's going to scale up together. Oh, dude, you're on mute.
Oh, sorry. I said, should we compare PulseChain to Ethereum Classic? I do like this comparison.
I'm sure we're higher than that.
I mean, only 1,000x higher TVL. I think 100x, 1,000x, one of those. Yeah. So if we do Ethereum, though, it's probably a more interesting one. What is Ethereum's TVL? It's got to be in the billion, 10 billion, 61 billion. Okay, that makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, PulseChain's at number 34 for stablecoin, total stablecoin liquidity. And if we had maybe double or triple that, we'd be in the top 30. It'd be like 25.
I wonder if
it's going to happen. People are going to bridge.
Well, even on their bridge, that's actually a good metric I'd never look at. A PulseChain bridge, number 43 at 90 million. Curious to look at all these other bridges, how much they have. So 90 million, like what are the top 10 have? So all the top 10 bridges have 2 billion, almost 3 billion or more as of now. And the Ethereum bridge, well, I guess total bridges, maybe it's aggregating the different bridges, 400 billion. Wow. It's just
they might have those stable coins. They might have those, but they also probably have lower volume. A lot of them have lower volume than PulseChain. Our primary DEX puts us at number 18 by volume. So top 30 by stable coins, top 20 by volume. And a lot of these probably do wash trading because they're layer 2s and they have near zero trading fees.
Interesting.
See, Sui, Tron, Avalanche. Yeah, it's typically, and again, every single chain, I've said this before, but anything beating PulseChain is also at least double its age. It's been around for a full cycle. So to be this high and this new at the same time, it's a really good trend.
If you haven't seen Arkham Intelligence before, super good. I dropped the link in the chat as well, but it gives you a view of the bridge. And what I like to do on here is go to the transfers and go to inflow. And then once it pulls up, I can sort by, basically you can look at the bigger transfers going over the bridge. I don't know, Gerardo, if you're still in the chat, let me know if I can do this on Lightbeam as well. But if you go to USD value, and I'll just do 10,000. And then you can see the inflows on the bridge over 10,000 USD value whenever it loads. So you can see here's USDT, 10K, somebody bridged over one Bitcoin, one wrap Bitcoin, $100,000 value, 100K DAI coming in. Yeah, quite a few big transfers every few hours or every other hour. So we're getting some big transfer in. Of course, there's gonna be outflows as well. But this is, I think it's a fun view to see some of the big stuff coming in to PulseChain with Arkham.
Arkham is cool. We've got another question about how to find all the different yield farms for a token on PulseChain. Fox Mulder, you're going to go to hocuspocus.finance and click on their farming wizard. And then you can just enter whatever token you feel like and see if it has a farm for it. They aggregate every single farm together.
Yeah, that's the farm aggregator one, right? Farm.
Yeah, hocuspocus.finance.
Yeah, and the app is app.hocuspocus.finance/farms. I'll drop that in the chat as well so people can take a look.
Yeah.
We still farm on PulseChain?
Do I still farm? Let's see. I think I'm in a Pulse Ethereum farm still. And there's a new farm for meme coins, Top Hat and most, but I have not joined personally yet. I've been tying some liquidity positions together, not in the farms, but on PulseX V2. So you can actually earn, if you're not interested in INC, but you just want the yield, you can earn like double or triple what you would get in INC rewards if you just go to V2. Surprisingly, pretty high fees are getting paid out to liquidity providers. But if you think INC token is going to go up, you might want to stay in like the stablecoin Pulse pairs or something like that.
Gotcha. I got a couple questions here too. Enoch asks, when taking profits, which stable should I use?
My answer to that would be it depends on where you're trying to cash out. If you're a Coinbase user, probably USDC. If you want a little more censorship resistance, maybe DAI. Maybe if you want to take profit, into the DeFi world and put that DAI stablecoin to use in other protocols, DAI offers some pretty cool rewards like 5% APY on SDAI, on spark.finance. So if you want to keep your money in crypto and just earn stable yield, I think DAI would be my top choice. If you're maybe not in the USA and you want to cash out, Tether is probably more convenient for you. Tether is actually used by the majority of the non-Western world. And you can actually, cash out directly to your bank account on their Tether platform. Or you could keep a mixture of all three and you can let them sit in the PulseX liquidity pool and earn like 5 to 10% APY on stablecoins, which I think is a pretty good option if you want to keep your money in crypto. But really, it depends. Different strokes for different folks.
And if you want to put your money where your mouth is, as far as bridging, GoRealDeFi.com is what I like to use. Big, beautiful bridge button right there. Makes me think of Big Beautiful Bill now. Big beautiful bridge button. Big beautiful bill with the Trump's tax bill. I keep seeing all this under like big beautiful bill, and they say big beautiful bridge button. There you go.
What's his tax bill? Tell me about that.
Oh, I don't have any details on it, but it's supposed to make taxes great again. The usual. But hopefully it'll. I think it's probably going to pass at some point. Hopefully with not too many changes in it. It'll be good for a lot of different stuff, but less taxes would be nice. I'll tell you that. But yeah, bridge button, and there's buttons to bridge Ethereum stuff over to PulseChain. Will this one day have other things other than Ethereum? I can see a little drop down. You go, let's bridge from XYZ. Maybe at least EVM ones because it's OmniBridge, but who knows? What it'll say Solana one day? Will it say all the other chains, and they'll do some other integrated bridge stuff? That'd be cool. But right now, Ethereum coins, you get to PulseChain, you can use the bridge. One way to do that. Got another question too. Something I talked about a little bit on the channel before, but actually, I literally talked about this 45 minutes ago. But we get Coffee thoughts on it. What are your thoughts on the red notice, Mr. Coffee?
Yeah, I think it's going to go away this year. The Interpol meets 2 to 3 times a year. They don't have a schedule as to how often they meet, but I believe if Richard's lawyers are as good as we think they are, and they do have experience getting people off of Interpol before, we know, hopefully they will bring this to Interpol's attention as soon as possible and have it get discussed at the next Interpol meeting. You can ask AI, how often does Interpol meet? And it says like 3 times a year, undisclosed frequency. It's not like, they always meet in July or something. It's going to get cleared. I think like the whole taxation thing is not true because this was a sacrifice. I would bet that like an entity that's not Richard himself likely owns the sacrifice address, perhaps like a Swiss trust or something. There's probably been thoughts to this. I don't know. I'm just totally speculating, but I'm not worried about Richard Hart being able to protect himself. I think he's probably been planning for this for
his whole life.
Yeah.
And if anyone, I just dropped a link in the chat too. I covered this the other day. There's two no-brainer things I think could happen here. You can watch the video to get more analysis. But I went back and forth in AI with this. Taxes could be in a non-taxable entity, so they could not even have any jurisdiction over the tax stuff. Why would he put it in personal in the first place? It's all kinds of like no-brainer things that could have been set up ahead of time for this genius billionaire founder guy. Probably did some of those things. And the second is a jurisdiction for being a Finland resident at all, whether they can even claim taxes from them in any case as well. So there's a couple things like, did he set it up in a way where he wasn't a Finland resident, or he didn't have any ties there that would have tax implications? Two big things, and I imagine his Chad lawyer team is going after him, probably some of the points they're using. So to me, it's like, yeah, I think it could easily be dismissed. When is another question, but yeah, like you said, they meet at certain times. Is there a deal happening? How much does it matter now that the SEC stuff is over? We've seen big moves from OA related and sacrifice related stuff already. So does it mean we don't pump if it's not over for a while? I don't know. You make case either way, but I think that's a Richard thing more than a PulseChain thing. That's what I look at it.
Yeah, we don't need to even be scared about that. Like, Interpol can't take your coins away from you. On the way up, like, people that have been around in crypto, we understand on the way up, even bad news is good news. Okay. You show me the color of the candle, I'll show you the sentiment of the news. So we've already got, like, most wanted, the meme coin itself is a meme about Richard Hart being the most wanted. If the markets are pumping and Hex starts pumping, then all of a sudden the Interpol thing becomes a funny meme that people want to get on board with because they think it's cool and, like, you know, oh, it's so edgy and stuff. You know, it's, the fear is only really due to the fact that the candles are red. Narrative follows price, I guess, is another way to say that.
I mean, the narrative of this ecosystem, again, what has changed? Like, why wouldn't, again, I always say this, like, it is unreasonable that we won't find glory on PulseChain. Like, it's like Richard set its stuff up in a way that I think it's really, really pumpamental. Well, is that an adjective? Can we use adjective? It's very pumpamental around here.
It's pumpy.
It's pumpy. Yeah. Like the coins, the, all the stuff that he vaguely tweets about, just all kinds of amazing stuff around that. We've seen the liquidity reduction. We've seen the inflation reduction, monetary policy changes happen on PulseChain, and some people like them, some people don't like them. But all this seems like it's leading to, I don't know, like this crazy pump, the God candle, all these things that we've been hopefully been preparing for, and hopefully we'll be here just like out of our mind, happy to cover. And when we start getting a ton of green candles, like, I don't know, I don't feel like there's a lot of cases against it happening. Like, when I always think about it, I try to, of course, we're all biased. We're in the ecosystem. We have bags that aligns us in a certain way. But trying to be as first principles as I can about this thing, it's like, why aren't things going super well? Except the prices haven't started running yet. As far as the ecosystem goes and the way that it's set up, it seems like it's set up in a way to do some exits. So I don't know. I think it's hard to be bearish on PulseChain. Even you could say, oh, we've been waiting for a while. All the new people, by the way, don't care about anyone who sacrifices price. They care about what they're going to buy at. So when you're onboarding, oh, this thing's been now for 2 years. It doesn't work so well. Like, not for new people. It's not like a great data point for them.
That's a good idea to talk about. Like honestly, I just wrote that down as another TikTok short. But to advertise that if you're buying PulseX or Hex right now, you're still getting in at earlier prices than myself and a lot of other people got in at. Like, I was buying Hex higher than it was right now. I was buying Hex at like 3 pennies, 2 pennies. I sacrificed for PulseChain kind of at 0.0001, technically zero. But people like to hear, oh, you're getting in even lower than me. And it's like, well, I'm still buying, sure. But like, yeah, I believe in this so much that I'm not just like only trying to tell you about it after the price goes up a whole bunch. So, I mean, look at everything is down. That really is it's macro. It's simple as that. You look at Tesla. Tesla's down, what, 20%? Like, it's down like 33% from all-time highs right now. Like, a lot of the S&P is down. I mean, even if it's only 10%, that's a lot, right? People, TradFi bros get scared. And it's really just as simple as like high interest rates, money printer needs to go burr, and it will.
Money printer does go burr historically from time to time.
This tweet is exactly what I was just talking about with Hexo.
Yep. Very relevant.
Yeah.
Very
Price
relevant.
follows news, or the opposite, actually.
I've said this before and I'll say it again, says Hexo, you know you're in a bull market when there's bad news and the prices still go up. Got to pump it up, man. Got to pump it up. We're doing our best, right? Like, you know, everyone I hear streaming. I did 2 streams today. I've streamed every day this week. No expectations. No expectations. I see you. You know what? You've been streaming too much, Mr. Coffee, because every once in a while I see you streaming. Like, no, I want to stream right now, but he's streaming, and then sometimes we cross stream.
We cross streams.
Sometimes, but it's like
it's okay, bro. It's not gay. It's an honor to cross stream with you.
Thank you, Mr. Coffee. If there's one person in the ecosystem I want to cross streams with, it's you, sir. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hands high five across the screen. This way. There
high five me, bro.
Yeah. Oh, this way. Oh, there we go. Boom. I like it.
Well, I'm below you. I don't know what I look like over there.
Never cross streams.
Lights out.
Hey, there's probably it's not like this hard and fast rule. Okay, it's on a spectrum of crossing streams. It's not no right or wrong crossing.
Cryptomatics is
you started now.
Hey, I'm on stream with Cryptomatic next. Everybody go to Cryptomatic's channel after this one.
Remind me to drop a link. Yeah, I told him earlier that I got you for the first half, and then the second half. You know, I'm going to warm you up. Oh my God! Now you just got it. Now you got me thinking about all this stuff. Why? Crossing streams, warming up. Anyways, we're good. It's a bro down for like at least 2 minutes here, real quick. But however, what I was going to say is the I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, okay. You've been streaming so much. It's actually. I'm like, crap, this is the only time I have to stream real quick, and I can't stream right now because it's a good problem to have. It's like other people are streaming, and you gotta I've been trying to dodge it sometimes because there's so many people creating content. So that's what you want. That's the momentum. That's the environment we want, is like, oh wow, I actually have to look and decide when I'm going to stream sometimes because other people are already doing it. So it's a really good problem to have. I love it.
That's right.
We didn't have it for a while. You know, I used to go to Pulse. Things quieted down for a bit. And before then, I was going to PulseTube. Please get to the right place. No, I don't think it's the right one. The PulseTube. Oh, what? I thought it was. Am I not going to the right one? Hold on. I'm going to find it. Because
it's now called cryptovids.io, I think.
Is it?
Crypto
okay,
vids.
So that's the one, cryptovideos.io or vids?
I don't remember.
All right,
cryptovideos.io.
Rolling the dice. Okay, rolling the dice.
Yeah.
So this one, well, I don't know. Maybe they are doing maintenance on the main site, but before they would have a listing of all the live streams that are happening from all the creators. And I'm literally like, oh, I see, these people are streaming on this time, and you could choose, when to stream and all that stuff. I'm gonna have to go back to doing that sometimes, but just to see who's streaming, not only to inform me to see which ones I want to watch, but also to see okay, if I have a couple different slots, maybe I'll pick a different one or not. It doesn't matter. We're all making content. But for this one, yeah, live now. You can see Coffee's live now because he's restreaming on his channel as well. Where am I? Is it only show? Yeah, why are you not showing me live? I'm the one streaming. Coffee,
you're on there somewhere, right?
You took president. No, but it doesn't show me live. It shows you live now, and it shows me over here.
I mean, it's on your channel, so I don't know.
I know, but it should show both, shouldn't it? I would think, because we're both live.
Could be a bug. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know.
That's okay. Anyways, this is what it looks like when you go live or you have content, and you can click on a creator. If you click on Coffee, you can see live now. You can click on the video, go to the channel, do all this stuff, and you got bubbles, and the bubbles are cool. So that's the main point. Bubbles good. I like the bubbles. So we got people building stuff. This is not a token. There's no token attached to this website. These are just guys putting in work for years to make better environment and content and platforms for this community. Like I love it. I love to see it.
That's right.
Gatekeep Max. These will be the last guys to gatekeep. I'm pretty sure. Knock on wood. I think they seem to be fans of the show for a long time. Pretty good. Oh, they're migrating to this new bubble version. Okay. All right. I'm gonna call it a bug. I expected to see both of us like live, and so I could take coffee. I could run his bubble into mine, and we could knock bubbles and all that stuff. No innuendos there at all. But chat, you're getting funny. You're getting a little funny. Anyways, up. Things are going great. Coffee. What else is going on, man? We'll wrap up here in just a few minutes. What are we doing right now? What are we trying to do? Where are we trying to go? What's good on your side of Hexaco?
What's good? Well, got some fun stuff planned. I got my new favorite meme coin, so we're just gonna see how high we can pump that for funsies. But no, seriously, we've got probably bots, hopefully coming. Bots that will help support the price and create some volume. And we just really need retail euphoria to come back, and that'll be a lot more fun. All these meme coins are probably going to go up if they even have a little attention. Are you knocking each other out of the way there? Yeah. What else? The core coins are fine. Same old narrative. PulseX, Uniswap with a buy and burn. Hex monetizes time. Long-term staking ladder. Some liquid, some long-term. Then PLS is the gas token, and it's cheaper, faster Ethereum. So if you haven't heard the pitch, I'm pretty sure everybody watching probably has. But that's why the core coins are pretty cool. INC is purely speculative, but might have a use case one day, so I've got a bag of that. There's other cool coins popping up. Some yield generating tokens like OG Web Chef stuff, or even Hexagon Hill has a new coin that's kind of interesting that pays daily ROI. Some of those coins I wouldn't go overextended into any of them, but if they pay out a 1% to 2% daily drip, then if you can make your money back on them in maybe 30 days or for maybe 2 months, then it doesn't matter what happens to the price. But those are all highly speculative. There's a lot of cool stuff out there, varying different levels of cool or lame, but endless amounts of meme coins to choose from. What else? I mean, no matter what you're into, and NFTs even. We've got Tesseract X, we've got Beatbox, we've got all these cool NFT collections. You're gonna find what you're looking for. We've got the DeFi protocols too. If you actually utilize those too, you can make yield, guys, like Fux.io, Fiat.io. It's more advanced, but if you take out loans and then put those loans to work in other places, and you can make feedback loops that I think some people are already taking advantage of. I'm not sure if you're trying to talk, Max, but you're showing something on the screen here, different liquidity pools.
Just clicking around a little bit. Go ahead.
Cool. I
mean, I will go to just on the data part, wrap up here too. I'm going to go to DeFi. If you click on stats on the navigation bar, it's got a ton of different ones on here. I think I need to add Lightbeam on here, but it's got a ton of different resources. Again, there's no shortage of information on how to navigate this ecosystem, how to do Hex, how to do PulseChain. There's onboarding videos here as well. I think I have some. Coffee has got a ton of different videos on some of these playlists as well. And these are actually only 3 or 4 months old. I produced another set of how to connect wallet to PulseChain, how to bridge from Binance, how to buy Hex and bridging the PulseChain, how to buy PLS, how to buy these tokens, how to bridge USDC to PulseChain, all that stuff too. So all these are very important and useful for onboarding, getting people in. If you can just give them a URL or a link or a playlist and just let them go down the rabbit hole, it's how we get them in the ecosystem. Maybe they want to be a force for good. Maybe they want to go create content. Maybe give them a reason that to
this is nice.
Pay attention.
Yeah, this is yours.
Yeah, so this PulseX info, bento.me/PulseX info is the aggregated list of links. Yeah, I put together. So this is let me know if something's missing. Okay. But I feel
there's also bento.me/PulseChain, which is I think Gold Key made one too.
Yes, yeah, that was the one. Yeah, I saw that he made one, and then I think at some point I was like, I put this one together as well. So yeah, I think he probably made the first one on that. But this one's got stuff like
we've got
a white paper. Good.
We've got a comment, speaking of cool things you could do on PulseChain, like with your Pulse. Vouch is like a liquid staking derivatives platform. So is Project Pi.xyz. But the one that I'm super interested in is actually, it's actually Validator X, which is, the link is PlusX, PLUSX.app. And these guys, they created the UP token. And like, you might just say, oh, it's another token, but there actually is a pretty cool use case for the token. It's basically buying itself up based on the haunted strategy on liquid loans, or based on running validators and having those validators pump the tokens. You can automatically allocate any amount of Pulse. It'll lock it up in a validator for you without the technical know-how. It is risky, right? So don't put everything in here. But if you want to try it out, you're actually making more than 10% APY because they're mining so many blocks. So I think the average APY is more like 20% over there. And you can further automate that by having the payouts go to another wallet and even buy and burn, let's say, another token. So get ready for all this cool stuff, that's going to get even more popular. When volume goes up and more blocks are being mined, the APY on the validators goes up too. So I really like what the UP token guys have built. I'm using it myself. And again, the app is plusx.app. You might like it.
Yeah, I had them. I had Haunted and Dave on the show not too long ago, maybe a couple months or so ago, going through the liquid staking one. I think they also have like Liquidity X or something coming out at some point as well. So yeah, they've been building products for a while out there. So pretty interesting. I just want to go over this too. On if you ever want to calculate, hexcalc.net, one of my favorite sites, especially in the hex domain for figuring this stuff out. You can switch between PulseChain and Ethereum up here too. Gives you the price, the T-share price, T-share rate. It also allows you to calculate potential earnings based on your own price prediction of PX. So on a quick 1 million hex, PX, which costs, what is that, like 7,000 or something today? If you stake it, for example, 365, 1 year, not going to get a lot of ROI, but it does even a 10x from here. So 9 cent hex, you can calculate how much yield, how many T-shares, and then your value, if it were to a year from now, for example, do a 10x. Again, a lot of people are talking about early in the stream. I want to start talking about dollar hex. Those are the prices I'm the most interested in. But even with the little ROI, again, you get the truth engine, save yourself from yourself. If you do native staking, or you can do HSIs and be able to transfer it and all that stuff too. But just look at this. It just holding and waiting if the price does these multiples, even the fraction of the multiples that a lot of people believe here. That's a lot of good stuff and a lot of money and a lot of great hex in the ecosystem. So don't be afraid to go to hexcalc.net and calculate some of the things if you're interested in staking and future price predictions. Does a really good job. So shout out to him. I don't know who made that site, but I use it a lot. So I like it.
Yeah, I still use this one too. I don't know either. We've got a comment about France kidnapping. Yeah, it seems to be that a lot of these crimes happen in France. So use OPSEC and maybe be careful and don't live in France. I don't really know what to say, but
not in France too.
I'm not a big fan of what I've been seeing and all that stuff. Blatant displays of wealth and some certain things that like give your privacy away. Sometimes can come at a cost. So be careful.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's I don't know. It's kind of sucks that you can't go out and it's like you can't have nice things. You can't go out and show people be yourself and all that stuff too. But yeah, just be careful if you're traveling. Otherwise, showing fancy things, especially in countries and places where the people are out there, it's pickpockets and stuff everywhere, and especially crypto season gets heating up. I mean, you hear all kinds of like terrible stories about this stuff. So be very careful and be safe out there when traveling. And otherwise, like, you know what? I don't know. Just like I always remember this, Richard, talking about too. There's no benefit in giving out certain types of information. Like OPSEC is like an easy thing to do if you're just, you don't need to be paranoid. You don't need to like a lot of times go super out of your way to do it. But if you do it and people, don't have all this information about you, then it's usually there's no benefit in the other way. So just be careful out there as well. Crypto Coffee, everyone. Any closing words? Any final thoughts? Where can people find you and your now products? You're a coin founder now, as we could say.
Not necessarily. It is just my favorite meme coin. So we'll leave it at that. Look, if you're brand new to crypto, go to hexpassiveincome.com. My course is on sale, and it teaches you everything you need to know with the basics. I'm still adding to it. I just added a lesson on V2 LP providing, and it's really a great deal. You know, it could save you thousands of dollars in like just not getting hacked, tons of time in the whole learning process. If you're new or if you want to onboard somebody else, you know, you can get it for them. It's one-stop shop with all your links. That's the only thing I've really got to shill, other than the same old coins that you know I'm holding. Hex.
Are you a hexacan? Are you hexacan or hexacant?
I'm a hexacan, baby.
Hexacan. I'm a hexacan.
Everybody else.
Investor. Every time I hear that song, I'm just like, God, that's such a awesome beat. It's such a great song. You got a lot of great creators in the community, yourself included.
Yes. Oh, thank you, man. Likewise. I do have to hop over to what's his crypto DJ Cryptomatic. So
I'm gonna hop over to that. What was the name of that stream again? What the hex? Yeah, let me drop that in the chat real quick. What the hex? They do a great job. They actually talk about the hex token. It's kind of amazing. Like there's not a lot of, you talk about hex. I talk about hex. There's a few channels that talk about hex, but it's really PulseChain has taken over on the content. So let me drop their link in there because I always appreciate them. What the hex number 118 with crypto coffee. Link is in the chat. Head over there if you want some more coffee, and appreciate you, UFO. If you want the facts, watch RHMax. It's a great jingle. I like it. Appreciate you, man.
Nice.
That's all we got for you today. Crypto coffee. Appreciate you as well, and good to catch up. And see you in the next. Well, we're doing the PulseX conference in July. It's planned for July as of now. Hopefully, I'll see you before then. But
cool.
Yeah, July, middle of July. Everyone, go to at RHMax on X to see the dates and information on this stuff. And I'll talk about it much more closer to the time. But we may have 3 conferences in a row. What other community does that? What other community has 3 conferences each month? Spring going into summer. Like, dude, we're the best, right?
Well done, man. I'll see you on the next one.
Amazing.
Bye.
Yeah. Everyone.